You know, we talk a lot about salaries, bonuses, and 401ks. But what if I told you there might be a benefit worth a small fortune just sitting in your HR portal, totally unnoticed? We're about to uncover a life-changing perk that so many people have, but they don't even know it's there.
$50,000. Just let that number sink in for a second. This isn't some hypothetical lottery win. Nope. This is a real figure that could be tied to the job you have right now. So that's the big question, isn't it? Could this money be available to you? Well, for a whole lot of employees at major U.S. companies, the answer is a pretty surprising yes.
Okay, so what are we talking about? We're talking about corporate fertility benefits, and specifically coverage for surrogacy. See, to get and keep the best people, and honestly, to build more inclusive workplaces, companies are really stepping up their support for all the different ways people build families. And yet, this benefit is one of the most underused perks out there. And that's really the heart of it, right? The support is there, the money has been set aside, but it's often buried in the fine print of a benefits handbook or hidden behind a bunch of confusing corporate jargon. It's the classic case of hiding in plain sight. So how do companies actually, deliver these benefits? They don't go it alone. They partner up with specialized companies that act like a bridge between you and your coverage. Let's meet some of the key players. Okay, think of a fertility benefit platform as your expert guide on this journey. Your employer provides the money and the policy, and these platforms, companies like Carrot, Progyny, or Maven, they're the ones who actually manage the funds, answer your questions, and handle your claims. Their whole job is to make a really complex process a whole lot simpler. And what's really wild is just look at the scale of this. You've got absolute giants like Amazon, Meta, and Walmart partnering with these platforms. Take Carrot, for example, used by companies like Snap and Peloton, and it covers everything from IVF to surrogacy and adoption. Progyny works with Accenture and Google. I mean, this is not some tiny niche perk anymore. It's a mainstream benefit at some of the biggest companies in the world.
All right, so you might have this benefit, but what does coverage actually mean when we're talking about something as complex as a surrogacy journey? Like, what can you really use that 50 grand for? Let's break it down.
This really shows just how comprehensive the coverage can be. It's not just for one little piece of the puzzle. We are talking about the major big-ticket items, agency fees, legal costs, the surrogate's medical bills, and even their compensation where it's legally allowed. Travel, donor services. The whole thing is designed to be a massive financial support system. Okay, this is the practical part. Knowing the benefit exists is great, but getting it is what matters. The good news is these platforms have made the whole process pretty straightforward. So let's just walk through the steps together. It all kicks off with a simple login to your HR portal. From there, you just confirm you're eligible. Now, a really key point here is step 3. You usually have the freedom to choose your own surrogacy agency. Then, as you go through the process, you just collect your documents, invoices, contracts, and upload them for reimbursement. It's set up as a reimbursement model, which gives you a ton of flexibility. Okay, so if this benefit is so valuable and the process is pretty manageable, why on earth are so many people just missing it? Well, it usually comes down to a few stubborn myths and honestly just a simple lack of awareness. This is probably the single biggest misunderstanding. People think it works like their regular health insurance, where you're stuck with a tiny list of in-network providers. They might do a quick search, not see the agency they want to work with, and just figure, oh well, and give up right there. But here's the reality. Most of these plans are reimbursement-based. That means you get to work with the agency that is the absolute best fit for you. You pay them directly, and then you just submit your expenses to the platform to get your money back. That freedom of choice is a total game changer. And beyond that big myth, the other reasons are pretty simple. That term, fertility benefit, can be a little misleading. A lot of people just assume it only covers things like IVF, not third-party options like surrogacy. Others get scared off by the idea of paperwork. And then, of course, the biggest reason of all, people just have no clue it's even an option to begin with. So let's wrap all this up with a clear, simple action plan. If you want to find out if you have access to this benefit, you need to know exactly what to look for. Seriously, pull out your phone and take a screenshot of this, because this right here is your checklist. The next time you log into your company's benefits portal, use these exact search terms. Look for family forming support. Search for the names of the platforms we talked about, or just type in surrogacy reimbursement. These keywords are literally your key to unlocking this info. At the end of the day, the modern workplace is changing, and benefits are changing right along with it. Companies are finally recognizing that supporting their employees' family-building journeys in all the different forms they take is just essential. The support might already be there for you. The only question left is, have you checked?